riders, this is Dr. Tanya Olson with Move Like a Rider, and this is the second of three videos this week where I'm talking a little bit about stress. And in this week's videos, we're talking about triggers or an autonomic dysregulation where you're in fight or flight, and you don't even know that it's happening. So, last video we talked about identifying it. This video I wanted to unpack it a little bit more. Trauma is any time you've had a fear or anxiety inducing event. And a lot of riders actually live in a fight or flight state because of their own traumas as a rider, and knowing what triggers you into fight or flight or an autonomic dysregulation is very important as a rider, because ideally you train yourself out of being triggered, and things that can cause you to be triggered are things that, like, trauma is just kind of a buzzword now, but simply trauma is anything that causes you anxiety or fear, it could be like getting yelled at. You maybe had a coach that yelled at you or a trainer that yelled at you a lot when you were riding, and so you get anxious when you're doing certain movements, or when they say use certain words or refer to a certain something, like every time you turn to the left you're never doing it right, and so you have that script that they would yell at you for in your head, and you get anxious and tense. Just identify your triggers. Other triggers with riders can be something that they're working on, that they have difficulty working through. So something that you struggle with, like, right canter departs, or flying changes, or turning left in the arena because you got attacked by a chicken one time. Like, that's a whole story I tell in a longer video. But if you know what your triggers are, when they're about to happen or when you're anticipating them, you can calm yourself and interrupt your fight or flight nervous system by centering, doing your 4-7-8 breathing, and paying attention and getting your own self settled. We'll talk more in the next video.